Good morning guys, and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. So today's video I just want to go... Oh my god, what is going on with my dog just suddenly? Okay, so in this case I just wanted to go ahead and let you know that tomorrow we're gonna have the update, and as you can see the pet trade campaign is gonna be over until tomorrow. So until the update goes up, pretty much I'm not gonna be able to do more extra attack or special traits that we got here. So I just want to go ahead and share my results about what I actually got from this campaign. So let's get started. So pretty much in this case, let me see what medal I do remember that I actually trade though. Maybe it was the Bell. Maybe Bell was on the first 20k, 2k of special trade, because the ones that you can actually get, it's like the 2k, the resistance for 100, the extra attack for 120, and I think that was all. Those were the ones who actually got the situation. Now if we want to go ahead and see which ones that we're talking about, we can go ahead and check on the notices and we'll be able to see it. So I think that the one was the Spirit Training Campaign. There it is. So there is the ones here. So the one that I was actually very concerned was in the extra attack 120. If I was able to get this strength for 20k, I was very happy. Aerial, ground, maybe it was a little bit, and max gauge a lot, but I don't know. Those were the ones that I really wanted, was the extra attack 120. 2k will be like a, well, kind of a win, but in this case the one that it's really the win was 120. I must admit, I did actually got one ground enemy for 70%, but you know, ground enemy in the trade medal, maybe it was not so good. So maybe, well, it depends, because if you don't want like this one or the other one, you're gonna lose the opportunity for 120 EA attack. So I think that the ground enemy was not good, so that's why I discarded one. So now continue with the situation. The ones that I really want, that I actually got, was Bell. Bell was the last time that I was able to do the Coliseum, so I ended up in a good rank to that. Unfortunately, I think that many people did that, and I ended up in 1.2k of rank. But even so, that's not bad. At least I got 3 skills. I got attack boost 14 max and gauge 1, at least 1. I think I got 1 or maybe 2. I don't remember. I will have to check that later on. Then I got the extra attack, the other 2 skills that is not 14 max, but I'm actually very happy to go into the Coliseum. So if it wasn't for that Bell for 120, believe me, I wouldn't go into that rank. Then I got actually the Supernova plus Axel. This one got 2k of strength. I was actually focusing on one of those 2 Axels to get 120 extra attack, and even so that I tried very hard, this one was my last attempt and I couldn't get it. But even so, 2k of strength, it's not so bad. My girl Aqua, I really want this Aqua to have 120, and I actually got it, so pretty much that's amazing. That is the only occasion that, well, hey, you know what, I want to get Aqua what she deserves, and I actually provide her 120, so that's good. Very good in PvP as well. Axel, yeah, I did achieve one of them. I actually got the extra attack 120. This was my last medal that I was going to get the 120. So having a copycat medal with 120 power, and having this amount of damage is very amazing. I have an outdated medal, believe me, an outdated strength copycat medal that I still use, and it was the Dusk. Believe me, I haven't been bored about this medal. Even so, the what's it called? The damage is very low, and the damage is actually a bit outdated just because he's not an updated copycat medal. Even so, like I mentioned, you're just there to copycat the effect of the copycat medal, and of course copycat medals does not get so outdated. Maybe the Supernova ability, maybe the strength ability, but even so, copycat medals are very useful. So this medal has been sustaining me, I don't know when, it's been a long time, maybe a year, but it haven't bored me. So pretty much that's why I ended up having one of my copycat medals to actually have 120, because the Dusk isn't, I still haven't got it, you know, I still haven't replaced it or something like that, just because he has 120. So it's actually very good to have one of your copycat medals as 120. So just to give you the heads up. I have now illustrated Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. I don't know why I actually ended up having him as 120, but even so, he's actually very good on PvP, so that's why I actually give him a try for 120. Even one of my PvP videos, I actually show him he actually have 120. Then I have Tunriku. Tunriku was a little bit like, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to go ahead and give a PvP medal a try, and that's why I actually gave him the extra attack 120 because he's actually very good. What else am I missing here? I think that's all for the medals that I'm checking here. Oh, wait a minute. I remember the nominee was my last one because the nominee was like, hey, you know what? If I don't get the 120 extra attack power, at least 2k of strength will be enough. So that's why I ended up greedy. I really wanted her to be 120, and I actually didn't got the opportunity. No, this is not the Vanitas that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think the Vanitas, I give him a 500 strength because Vanitas was the one as well for the PvP that I really wanted to cap 120, but unfortunately this guy didn't have the 120, so yeah. The last that I can do for him was 500 strength. There were other medals that I wanted, like Strelitzia, the TVA medal, and I don't know, maybe the other Axel, but unfortunately those medals did not want it to cap 120 extra attack, so those medals were unfortunate to not have those kind of situations, so there's nothing else that I wanted to do for those medals. And believe me, you will say, what do you want to go ahead and trade? Well, having 1k spent of jewels to do the special trade, it's actually very painful. So if you're a whaler, of course you will be able to pull I don't know how many times for this, and you will give as if for this situation. But for people who is trying to save a bit of their jewels to see what kind of surprise we're gonna have for the next banner, yeah, it's actually very hard for people who cap this. But those kind of events, those situations about the special trade event doesn't happen very frequently, so it was like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna the most I can do is gonna be 500 jewels waste like the last rank, because once that you use the free trait, you actually have 2 times of 100, 1 time of 200, another one of 500, and the last one is 1k. So the 1k was my last desperate one. Like, if I was very desperate, hey, you know what, I really want this one for 120, I will go for 1k. But I think that I'm very good with the 120 medals that I have here, so there's nothing else. Now, if you're wondering what was my first one, I think the first one that I had for 120 was the Chain of Memory Sora. Chain of Memory Sora was the first one who actually got the 120 of extra attack, and I'm not complaining about anything. And the second one was the Hostile Program. This one has 120, but unfortunately I don't use this reverse medal anymore. Like, those two are very outdated, but I think that the one that I really want to hang out a bit more will be the Sora one. But you know, for the PvE, well, for PvE maybe, but for PvP or something like that, those medals are not going to be useful now. So I just wanted to share what was my results for the trade campaign, because tomorrow we're gonna have the update, and pretty much I'm not gonna be able to do more EA trades or 20k trades, or even I was looking for resistance for PvP, but unfortunately there was a lot of poisons. Believe me, there was no paralyze. It was like, hey, give me the paralyze. This one is the one that I really want to care about, because paralyze is the one that you really need to be care. Just because we got the sections, we got the Revenant, yeah, Remnant, oh, Remnant, yeah, I'm sorry, Benita's Remnant, I was talking about him. And I don't know if they're gonna release another medal that includes like a paralyzed resist situation, and maybe you're gonna be like, hey, you know what, this guy is actually going to hit me with the multiplier. So yeah, unfortunately that was the situation. So, well, I think that is all for today's video. I just wanted to go ahead and let you know what was my results from the pet trade campaign, and believe me, this campaign was just so amazing that most of my medals were just so incredible. So maybe if I really wanted to be like, hey, you know what, just because I really want this guy and I hope that he revives on later on as a Supernova Plus medal, or maybe they're gonna do something related, will be Semnis, because pretty much he has a poison resist of 420, but this guy has an incredible animation. So I hope that those older medals will be released sooner or later, because those medals are just incredible. They're just amazing, just because of the animation, and because there's only a one time that you can get them. So I hope that in the future they're gonna do something about that. So I'll just keep waiting. So well, that is all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you actually got from the special pet trade campaign. Maybe you did actually got 120. Maybe you did got 2k. Maybe you actually got, maybe you didn't care and you just ended up trading normally. But that was my situation about, hey, you know what, let me go ahead and waste the jewels that I need. Even so, we're getting 300 jewels per each day, so it was not hurting me. And of course, we're getting 100 jewels for each one of the quests. So I was like, hey, you know what, yeah, let's give it a try. So that was my results. Let me know what you actually got for results. And in this case, make hearts be you got in key, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next update. Peace, guys.